Hi, welcome back to my Python series. Today, we're going to be learning about loops. For loop. A for loop is used for iterating over a sequence, like a list, a tuple, a dictionary, a set, or a string. Here, we have the list fruits, with the items apple, banana, and cherry. In for x in fruits, the variable here is x. And the iteration happens because of the keyword for. Since the first item in fruits is apple, x will contain the value apple. So print x will then print apple. So apple is the first item that will be printed. Then the second item in fruits is banana. So x will then contain the value banana, and print x will print banana. The third item in the list is cherry. So x will contain the value cherry, and print cherry will print cherry. And those three items, apple, banana, and cherry, in that order, therefore will be printed. Okay, now when we're ranging for loop, when we see for I in range 10, it's kind of like gonna be a sequence of numbers from 0 to 9. So when we print I, we'll have the values printed 0, 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 9. While loop. A while loop in Python repeatedly executes a block of code as long as a specified condition remains true. Here we have a variable I that equals 0. So while I is less than 10, here I is less than 10 is our condition. So 0 is less than 10, so this remains true. The value 0 will be printed. So then I plus equals 1. So then I will become 1. So while I is less than 10, now that is true, so 1 will be printed. Then 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 is less than 10, so 2 will be printed. I then becomes 3 in this line. 3 is less than 10, so 3 will be printed. Then here, I will become 4. 4 is less than 10, so 4 will be printed. Then here, I will become 5. 5 is less than 10, so 5 will be printed. Then here, I will become 6. Then here, 6 is less than 10, so 6 will be printed. Then this will become 7. So 7 is less than 10, 7 will be printed. Then I here will become 8. So 8 is less than 10, 8 will be printed, and I will become 9. Here, 9 is less than 10, 9 will be printed, and I will become 10. Now, 10 is not less than 10. You should know that. So, the while loop, it stops. So the values we'll have are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now let's try this out in Visual Studio Code. Okay, so we get all of this printed. So we printed, iterate over the values. Now in this case, it's like a sequence of numbers 0 to 9. 10 does not get printed here. So as we print I, it prints the sequence of numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Here, we're iterating over a list. We have the list of fruits, apple, banana, and cherry. And x is like the variable with here, and the iteration happens over here because of the for. So for x in fruits, first we'll go to the first value, which is apple. So x equals apple, apple will be printed. Now, let's go over the second item. The second item is banana. So x equals banana, and we will print banana. Here, the third value is cherry. So x equals cherry, and cherry will be printed, as seen over here. Now, iterating over a string. For x in Python. X here is the variable, and we're iterating over the string Python. So the first character in the string Python is uppercase P. So x equals uppercase P will be printed. The second character is y. So x equals y, so then y will be printed. And t is the third character, so x equals t, and then t will be printed. Then the fourth character is h, so then x equals h will be printed. The next character is o, so then x equals o, and then o will be printed. And the last character here is n. So x equals n, and n will be printed. And there's nothing else left in the string, so it will just print python, all on separate lines. Okay. Here, the break exits the loop when x is greater than 3. So we have the for x in range 10, we're going to print x. So, again, it's like a sequence of numbers 0 to 9, but we have a special twist. If x is greater than 3, break. So, yeah, 0 will be printed like normal. 0 is not greater than 3. It'll go back. 1 will be printed. 1 is not greater than 3. Then here, x will be equal to 2. So we'll print 2. If 2 is greater than 3, no, that's not true. So then x will be 3 and 3 will be printed, but 3 is still not greater than 3. So then we'll go back to the for loop. X will be 4. 4 will be printed. And if 4 is greater than 3, break. 4 is greater than 3, so therefore we will break. Now, we'll do work with while loop. Iterating over a range of values. Okay. Start with I equals 0. So, while the variable I is less than 10, in this case, 0 is less than 10, so we will print I. So 0 is going to be printed. I plus equals 1. So then I will be 1. 1 is less than 10. 1 is printed. I becomes 2. 2 is less than 10. Then 2 is printed. Then I becomes 3. And 3 is less than 10. 3 is going to be printed. Then I becomes 4. 4 here is less than 10. 4 will be printed. I will become 5. 5 is less than 10. 5 will be printed, and I will become 6. 6 is less than 10. 6 will be printed, and I will become 7. 7 is less than 10. 7 will be printed, and I will become 8. 8 is less than 10. 8 will be printed, and I will become 9. 9 is less than 10. 9 will be printed, and I will become 10. 10 is not less than 10, so the while loop here will stop, and therefore we get the values 0 through 9 printed here. Now, continue to the next iteration. Iterating over the list. So we'll start with I equals 0. So while I is less than 5, now here, we're looping here, 0 plus equals 1. So then I will become 1. But 1 here, if I is equal 3, 1 is not equal to 3. And instead, 1 will be printed as it is the value of I. Now, 1 is less than 5, so 1 plus 1 here is 2. But again, I is not equal to 3 with the value of 2, but we're still going to print I as 2. Now, 2 is still less than 5, so then 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. So if I equal 3, in this case 3 is equal to 3, so then we'll continue. And I is not going to be printed here. So 3 is less than 5, but 3 plus 1 is 4. And we don't do anything about this since 4 is not equal to 3. And 4 here will be printed. Basically, it skips over 3. So then 4 is less than 5, and 4 plus 1 is 5. But we don't do anything about this since 5 is not equal to 3, and 5 is printed. Now back to the while loop. 5 is not less than 5. So the while loop stops here. And we have 1, 2, 4, 5 printed. That's all for now. We'll see you next video. Bye.